Sounds good. Perfect. Good morning, everybody. Warm welcome to each and every one of you. I'm hoping that you had a good morning and that you're enjoying the beautiful sun, at least we're getting right now. And just take a little time. We are going to need something like a yoga block this morning. We're going to do a little strength practice with the yoga block. So if you have one, go grab that. If you don't, that's okay too. You can do the practice without it. It's kind of the same movements we usually do, but with the block acting more as a weight this morning. You can also just grab something very, very light book, or even just a small little cushion, just something that tangible to hold as we're doing that exercise. But again, not a big deal if you don't have anything around you, and it's fine. We just do the practice as is, and the movements are very similar, like I said, from everything that we usually do. So whenever you're ready, let's get started. Get those shoulders a little roll back, sit up nice and tall, right onto the seat of your chair. Sit bones hit, and just start to relax right into your space. Closing your eyes or soft gaze to the tip of your nose and just right into your breath. And we're going to get started right into a big, deep breath in. Filling up both sides of the lungs. Feel that lift into the upper body, shoulders, and your exhale all the way out. We're going to do that a few times here. Your breath in and just fill up. Exhale. You might just do a sigh out through the mouth. Might feel very nice to find that release. But if you're looking for just a more of a heat into the body, start to close up the lips and release the breath out of your nostrils. So anything you're comfortable with, just remembering that this is your practice, and everything that you do, make sure that it is how you feel it needs to be this morning. My cues are just cues. Breathe in. Full breath out. Let's take one more. Your breath in. Fill up. Feel the space that you're creating into the upper body. Exhale all the way out. And let that breath go. And let's come into a box breath together. So a little breathing exercise before we begin our movement. And at the bottom of your exhale there, let's sync up our breath together as a group. Inhale, filling up the lungs all the way to the top. And then exhale, slow breath out, just being really aware of that breath and let it deflate. Letting the body deflate. And then let's move into our box breath. When you're ready, inhale 1, 2, so a nice controlled breath, 3, 4, and then we're going to hold that breath right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and slow. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then relax the body. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just let it go. We're going to try that one more time. So when you're ready, let's sync up our breath. Take a big breath in. And your exhale, let it go. Good. And let's begin. Box breath. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold that breath there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just start to come back to your breath in, that natural rhythm, your breath out. Good. Just give your shoulders a little shrug, come back into your space, and let's get right into a little bit of stretches, a little bit of movement before we come into using our block as a a bit of strength work there. So taking your arms, we're going to take our arms all the way up towards the sky, stretch it out. Exhale, float them all the way back down. Inhale, reach it back up, continue this movement here. Maybe the palms press at the top, maybe a gaze up. Exhale, release. Breathe in. Sides of the body, lengthen. Exhale down. In through the nose. Exhale. A few more times here. Inhale. Exhale out. Breathe in. And full breath out. Beautiful. Let's try one more time. Take it all the way up. And then relax, arms back down. Give your shoulders a little shrug. And let's move right into a little circling in the neck. Tuck your chin in towards your chest and come right into the circling. Stretch out the muscles. Notice how your neck is feeling with your breath. Move slowly with ease. Good. And then maybe switching directions, go the other side. Noticing the space there. Noticing any tension, tightness in your neck. Nice and slow, pausing in places that just need an extra breath today. And always being mindful of your movement. Good. One more breath here. And then start to bring your head right back to center, head back between the shoulders. Never any rush to move through your transitions there. And we'll go right into the shoulders. When you're ready, take the shoulders up towards the earlobes and roll them down. And just continue circling right into the shoulders. It doesn't matter which way you're going to begin. We're going to do both ways. And just notice the shoulders, the chest, the shoulder blades, the upper part of the spine. Good. And then switch directions here. Go the other way. Good. One more breath here. Exhale. Now take your shoulders back to neutral, back to center there. Take your hands and fingers right on top of the shoulders. Elbows are going to point out. And we're just going to keep massaging and circling into the shoulders. Just nice small movements here. Just drawing circles with your elbows. Breathe in deep. And nice slow exhales all the way out. Good. And then other direction. Finding a little more intensity if you choose to. But staying soft the entire time is always okay. Notice your spine, being aware of how much space is in your low back. If you make sure that you haven't sat right into the back of your sit bones there. Good. One more breath. Exhale all the way out. Bring your elbows right back out to the sides. Draw your elbows in and then bring them back behind you as far as you can. And then draw them in with that next breath in. Exhale, draw them back, open the chest. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breath out. And just noticing the space, the stretch right here. Front body, back body, still long into the spine as you sit up a little taller. Feel the feet towards the ground. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good job. And let's take the elbows right back out towards the sides of the room. Take your arms out, fingertips out to the sides. Palms are still staying up towards the ceiling. And then tap your fingers right back onto the shoulders. Let's do that. And let's keep that movement going now. Open up the arms and fingers back onto the shoulders. Open and tap. Just a little movement into the joint there, into our elbows. A little stretch into the arms. Still sitting up nice and tall, so make sure you feel that space into the low back. Gentle tuck of the belly button in towards the spine, so just engaging your core a bit there. Breathe in. Breath out. Let's do 3 more if you're okay with it. And you know that you can always rest at any time. Take that break. Slow it down extremely to your pace there, wherever you need to. Your practice. Good. One more time. And then start to take the arms right out. Reach them up towards the sky. Stretch right back into the sides of the body. Exhale. Cactus. Good. Inhale. Reach back up. Take it right back into your cactus pose. Bend up at the elbows, palms face forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend into the elbows, open the shoulders back. Inhale. Full breath out. Breathe in. Breath out. In through the nose. Exhale. Good. One more time. Take the arms all the way up. And then slowly bring them down. Relax your arms after that. And just give your shoulders a slight little drawing up towards the earlobes, a little shrug. Breathe in. And exhale all the way out. And then let's come into a little bit of cat-cow before, and then we'll start with a little bit of the block work after that. Hands onto the tops of your legs, and let's take our cow pose to begin with. Take a big breath in, shoulders back, open the heart forward, belly button to the front of the room. Feel the swoop into the low back. Exhale, round the spine. Let the head go. Gentle tuck of the chin in towards the chest. Feel the back body here open to the back side of the wall. Inhale, rise back up, open, lift. Exhale. Excuse me. Exhale, we're going to round the spine. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, round. Good, and just a few more times here. Your pace, your breath. And just allowing your breath to guide you from your cow pose to your cat pose. Let's find 2 more rounds here. And you might even pause in one or the other, cow or cat, just to get a little bit more this morning. And when you're done that last round, come back to center. Right back to that neutral spine, shoulders stack right back over the hips, and then relax your arms. Just stay here for a couple of breaths, sitting up nice and tall, right back onto the sit bones. Give your fingers a little wiggle as well if you need, or a little roll into the wrist for a second there. So we're going to be holding that block for a bit and just making sure that you're feeling comfortable. At any time you feel you need to let go of that object that you are holding, whether it's a block or whatever you have chosen, let it go. You don't have to use it for the entire practice, for that little bit of practice right now. You can always leave it out. So let's take that block, and we're just going to place it right between our hands to a place that feels comfortable. So you can do it this way that I'm doing with the horizontal part of the block facing towards you, and you're just grabbing hold of the sides of the block there. And we're just going to lift. Take the arms, extend them out as much as you can. Take that little soft bend into the elbows. And we're just going to lift maybe up to our chest and right back down. Sit up nice and tall, lengthen in the spine, engage your core, and just lift the block up and down. So start small, right up to the chest and back down. Relax your shoulders, soften along the face. You've got this. Breathe in. Breath out. Great job, everybody. Keep going. Now, as we keep going, maybe staying at the same spot, right at the chest and back down. Maybe on your next round, you might come up to your nose a little higher, to the eyes, and right back down. Relax the shoulders and the elbows. And you might continue at that new height for a little bit there. And just always being aware of how your body is feeling. That length in the spine, just making sure that you're always sitting up nice and tall, that we haven't dumped any weight into the low back. That's the biggest thing. And then right back into your breath, in through the nose. Exhale now, maybe staying exactly where you are, maybe taking a little further right to the above the eyes there. To the forehead, maybe a little further than that. You decide. Might start to feel a little heat into the arms. The arms are starting to fire up a little bit. Keep that breath nice and long in through the nose. Exhale. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good. Maybe for some of you, we're starting to take it right above the head. So the block comes right above and back down. Keep going. You got this. Breathe in. Breath out. Take that break when you need. Slow it down. And this is way safer than if you were to do this with a weight, actual weight. So this is still working with the strength in our body, but a lot safer. And if you don't have a block, this is still very, very good movement, whether you have something between the hands or not. Just that movement into the arms, into the shoulders. Good. 4 more if you're okay with it. And maybe for some of you, you might be taking it back a little bit more behind the head, just a smidge. Good. Last 2, if you're feeling okay with it, breathe in. Breath out. Beautiful work, everyone. Coming down to your last one, maybe right here. And then slowly relax your block all the way back down. Give your shoulders a little shrug, wiggle your hands, especially your fingers there. Give them a little stretch there as well. Open and close or flick your hands a little bit there. Circle your wrists or just stay in stillness and take that big breath in. Full breath out. You did so good. Now we're not done there yet. We're going to be using the block for a little bit more. Please remember, take it out or rest whenever you need. We're going to take that block right back above our head if you're feeling okay. Big bend to the elbows if you need to. And we're going to just take a little side bend. So right over to the left, that which I've started, and to the right. It doesn't matter. We're just going to bring the block over from one side to the other. So with the block between our hands, you're going to find a little bit more restrictive in going a little deeper there. So just small movements here. Breathe. Nice job. In through the nose and just warm up the sides of the body. Warm up that little bit of lateral flexion, that side bend here into our spine. Good. One more time on each side. And let's all meet to the right. Good. Now let's come into a full side bend. Grab for the block with your left hand and take your right hand all the way down towards a chair or relax it onto the leg there. And just bring that block over, grab it with that left hand and keep it there. So you have that kind of a little bit of a weight into that left hand as you stretch over. Good. Now bring that right hand on your next inhale, grab for the block on the other side, pick up the block with both hands, and a little stretch over to the left now. Left hand down, right hand keeps that block in the air. Breathe. Good. Now let's take another breath in. Rise back up, grab for the block with both hands. Go over to the right again. Inhale, right back up, catch the block, and release. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, exhale. Last time to the left. Beautiful. And then come all the way back up and relax the block down, right back into your lap. Give yourself a little shrug. Breathe in. Full breath out. Very, very good. Let's do a little twisting with the block now. Bring your block back into your hands. Extend the arms forward. So relax those shoulders. Once again, sit up nice and tall. And we're just going to swing our arms over to the right with that block. Little bend to the elbows as you bring it over. And then swing it back to center and over to the left. Breathe in. Breath out. So again, if you don't have that block, we've done this movement before, where we just swing our arms, take that little bit of a gentle twist from side to side. And if you do have that block, it just brings a little bit more intensity into your hands there, and like a weight into your body, and strengthens your arms a little bit more. That's all it is. So just a little bit more intense here with the block, but without, still just as good. Breathe in. Breath out. In through the nose. Exhale. For a couple more times on each side, noticing if you're finding a little more depth as you twist over, allowing that left shoulder or the shoulder in the back there to move a little further, to open back a little bit more. Good. One more time. And then start to bring it over to the right. Twist. Relax that block down to the seat of your chair. You might need to scooch yourself over a little bit to the left side and just come into a full twist. Your expression of it. Block relaxes, hands maybe staying on the block, maybe walking a little further with that right hand behind to the back of the chair, maybe to the top part of the chair if you have a top part to your chair there. And just take a couple of breaths here. Long into the spine, right to the crown of the head. Open into your rib cage, to the chest. Maybe shoulder opens a little bit more. And take a big breath here. And on your exhale, bring your hands back onto the block. Take your arms, swing it right back to center, and then over to the left. Same thing here. Maybe a little scooch of your bum over to the right side of the chair now, allowing the block to rest, and then taking that twist there. Your variation. Feel both sit bones down towards the chair. Feel your feet down towards the ground there. Breathe in. Full breath out. Good. And then on your exhale, come all the way back to center. Bring the block back onto your left. Take a second here. Breathe in. Neutral into spine. Full breath out. Great work, everyone. Take that block back between the hands and extend the arms right back. Now the block is horizontally facing you right now. Let's take our hands and keep them where they are, but we're going to just turn our hands so that the block is more vertical now, as much as you can. Good. And then just notice that stretch there into the right side or the left side if you take it the other way. And then go back to center and over to the other side. Good. So that the hands can come right over each other, or the block is vertical to your how it feels the best for you. And then take it back. Breathe in. Breath out. In through the nose. Exhale. One more time. Good. And then start to bring your block right back to center. Relax your elbows here. Take your block right above the head, big bends to the elbows. And if you're feeling okay with this, take the block behind your head, bend into the elbows a bit as far as you can. Good. Inhale to reach back up with the block. Exhale, bend the elbows, block comes back. Breathe in, breath out. Good. So a little bit of a work into our biceps and triceps here. So only as far as your body allows you today. Feel your breath. Really, really nice work, everybody. Keep going. A few more times. Slow down your breath. Last two. Coming down to your last one. Take the block behind you. Arms reach back up and then slowly place the block down. Nice work. Give your elbows a little shrug movement wherever you need it. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Roll those shoulders back because we're going to get into a little bit of opening across the chest there. We're going to take that block. Scoot your bum forward on your chair so you're seated a little closer to the edge of the chair there. We have just so that we have a little space to the back part of the chair. Bring your block behind you and just settle it onto the chair. And then make sure that both hands can reach for it. Good. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders back, chest lifts. And just find that little opening across the chest. Maybe if you are feeling okay with it, open your shoulders back a little bit more. If you like a little bit more, you might come to the side of the chair and relax and take your glutes all the way to the end of the chair so you can relax the arms down if you do have that space. And just bring that block a little further down so you can open the shoulders up a little bit more. So you decide where it is that it feels the best for you. Taking a little further off the chair, relaxing the block on the chair as you open back. Take one more breath here. Exhale. Good. Now let's find a little movement here. Grab that block with your right hand, bring it back to center. Grab with the block on the other side with your left hand and bring it back behind you. Good. So we're just bringing the block and rotating to the front and then to the back. Just switching hands, grabbing it with one hand, then the other. Breathe. Good. Now switch sides. Grab with it on the opposite side and bring it back to the front. Good. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale. One more breath here. And a full breath out. Great work, everyone. Relax that block down, shoulders back, and let's bring that block onto the ground. We won't be needing it for a bit here. And let's move through a little bit of sun salutation. Take your arms all the way up towards the sky, a little flow into the body. Exhale, fold over your legs. Let your head relax. Inhale to lift halfway, lengthen in the spine. Exhale, fold all the way back down. Press into your feet. Tuck the chin and rise all the way back up. Shoulders stack over the hips. Take the arms up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Breathe in. Full breath out. Relax your shoulders back again. One more time. Inhale. Stretch the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Find that length. Sit bones back. Exhale, forward fold right back over the legs again. Press into your feet, tuck the chin, rising, sweeping the arms back up. Palms pressed together, maybe a gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in. And full breath out. Nice work, everybody. Let's move to the back part of our chair and do a little bit of work into our hips, into our legs, into the feet, just to get them moving as well. Good. Very nice, everyone. Just take your time, moving right to the back of your chair, and make sure that you're finding the space between your feet that work for you. And you can use this chair as much as you need to. You can challenge yourself and take your hands off the chair, maybe just one hand off the chair. Anything that feels right for you today. And let's just start off with some heel lifts, feeling the space between the feet. Lift the heels up and stretch out the tops of the feet. Exhale down. Breathe in. Breath out. Always this nice movement into the feet there. Feel all 10 toes right towards the ground. Feel that lift. Get a little higher if you like. You can always stay a little bit lower if that's what you need. Feel your calf muscles here. Backs of the knees. Good. If you're ready for it, let's come into a little bit of heel lifts too. Draw the weight over to the heels as you lift the toes up. Good. And then back onto the heels, lifting up, and then over to the toes. Core is engaged, so strong. Belly button in towards the spine. Good. Breathe in. Full breath out. Let's do one more right here. And start to bring your feet right back down onto the ground there and just lift your knees up. Just march. Feel the hips here a little bit. You can always keep your hands down onto the chair. You can start to swing your arms out. Just find that movement into your entire body. Slow it down if you need to. Pick up the knees a little higher. Flex the toes. Feel that stretch into your quadricep muscle here. Feel that in your spine, sides of the body. Breathe in. Full breath out. A couple more breaths. Maybe starting to slow down the movement. Work a little bit into the core. As you lift up, feel that bouncing into the opposite foot. Good, one more breath here. Full breath out. Good work, everyone. Let's relax the feet back down. Let's take a little stretch into the backs of the legs there. Keeping one foot on the ground there, we're going to just stretch the back of, just kick that leg back behind you. Flex the toes, heel those points back. And then the other side, just stretch out from the hamstring all the way to the heel. Breathe. Holding it for a little bit more, feeling that balance, that strong core, flexing the toes a little bit more, and just hold for another breath. And exhale, come all the way down. Other side, just hold. Great job there. And then release the foot all the way back down. Let's come into a little bit of a lunge. So let's press into that left foot, ground it down. Take your right toes back behind you. Lunge into that left knee and just take a little lunge here and stay. Belly button in towards the spine. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the strength of that leg. Draw that right heel back. It might be a little more of a hover, and that's fine. Make sure your feet are about hip distance apart. You're not on a tight rope. Inhale. Exhale. Very, very good. One more breath here. Exhale all the way out. Good. Now press into that left foot and then just start to slowly hop or a big step back to the top there. Straighten the legs. Take an inhale. Exhale all the way out. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Press into your right foot. Step the left toes back behind you this time. Lift the heel up just a bit, maybe to a hover, maybe coming up a little higher. And then lunge into that right knee, right towards the right hip flexor, and get really strong here. Breathe. In through the nose. Exhale. And keep that breath flowing. Take one more. I'm doing fantastic. Good. Now start to press back into that right foot. And then maybe one big step or a couple steps or more than that, right back to the top there. Stand up nice and tall. Take an inhale, feel that mountain pose, stacking the joints over top of each other. Exhale, round your feet down. Now we're going to try that one more time. Take that lunge, but we're going to take it a little smaller in the space between it, just so we can get a little stretch into the knee now. Press into your left foot, step your right toes back. Good. And maybe taking the space a little closer if you're feeling it's too far, a little wider if you feel you like that challenge today. And what we're going to do is we're going to lunge into that left knee, but we're also going to take some movement into the right knee as well. Hands onto the chair. You could have one hand on the hip as well. Hips are forward towards the front of the chair or to the chair there. Belly button in. And we're just going to take a breath in, full breath in. Exhale. Just a little dip into that right knee. Good. Inhale, straighten it out. Exhale, lunge. Both knees. Inhale, straighten out. Exhale, lunge. Breathe in. Breath out. Inhale to straighten. Exhale, lunge. Breathe in. Breath out. Good work. And it could be very, very small movement here. Watch the knees. So everything is engaged. The core is engaged. One more time. Very, very good. Take that bend out of that right knee. Press into your left foot. Step it back to the top. Both feet together. And just take a little, maybe bends into knees. A little heel lift if that's needed. Breathe. Very, very good. Now let's go over to the other side. So same thing. Press into that right foot. Step the left toes back behind you. Make sure the space between the feet, lengthwise, widthwise, feels good. A little higher into that back heel. Hover it. Maybe bring up to a little higher than that. Depends on how you're feeling right now. Strong into the core. Belly button in towards the spine. And on your inhale, we're going to find that strength into the left leg. Your exhale, gently bend into the left knee. Inhale, come all the way back up, straighten it out. Exhale, lunge. Breathe in, breath out. Inhale, exhale. Good. In through the nose. Exhale. Let's do two more. If you're feeling okay, take that break if you need to. One more. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good job. Come all the way back up. Press into that right foot. Lunge into that right knee. Step it back to the top. Stand up nice and tall. Take an inhale. Exhale. Let's do a little fold here over a chair. Hands onto the chair. Take your feet back. Move them out a little wider if you like. Hip distance. Maybe even wider than that. And then you can slide, hinging at the hips, slide your forearms down. You might grab for those blocks that you've been using, bring them under your hands if you have a little bit more space to fold today. Sit bones draw back. Feel that space into the back body. Take a few breaths here. Let your head relax. And then gently bring a little bit of a micro bend to the knees. You might even do a little side lunge here, bending into one knee, then the other. Good. One more. Full breath in. Exhale. Let's start to bring your hands right back onto the chair, or you can bring it onto the blocks there and keep them onto the blocks. Let's come into a little twist here. Left hand stays where it is, right hand to the hip, and then just open up for a little bit there. Now, if you have a little bit more space, bring it onto your low back. Little gaze over if that feels okay for you, or just keep everything a little more neutral. Feel the feet press down towards the ground, and then hips are still drawing back. Good. Your exhale, release other side. So same thing here. Right hand stays on the chair or on your blocks if that's what you're using. Left hand to the hip. Maybe starting to open that elbow back, shoulder opens, chest and the rib cage. Maybe starting to feel a little bit more space to find that hand sliding to the low back there. Breathe. And gaze can always follow if the neck is feeling okay with it. Breathe in. And your exhale, release. Come all the way back to center. Hands onto the chair. Walk your feet back in a little closer, and then walk it back to the front. Go ahead and just take a couple of heel lifts there. Walk it out a little bit. Pitter patter your feet. Great, great job, everyone. That is a lot, but we're going to still keep going for a little bit more here. Almost to the tail end of our practice. We're going to do a little bit of inner thigh exercise. So just start to draw the knees back up. Just march back in that space you're in right now. Good. Just march. Lift the knees up. Good. Now let's start to take the legs out to the side with that bend into the knee. So lift the knee up, take a little swing, and back into center. Take a lift, swing it out, back to center. Lift, swing, back to center. Lift, swing out, back to center. I'm going really quick here, so please slow it down. This is great for the inner thighs. A little bit into our glutes there. Good. Feel your breath. Notice your hips. In through the nose. Now let's do one more here. Good. And start to bring your feet back to center. We're going to continue that same movement, but take the knees out. Just swing your legs side to side. Good. Feel the insides of your thighs and the outside of your legs. Flex those toes just a little bit. Keep that ankle activated as you move it out. One more breath here. Full breath out. Wonderful job, everybody. Start to bring your feet right back down towards the ground. Take a little hamstring stretch here. Step that right foot back behind you. Press the heel down. Turn the right toes out just slightly. Hinge at the hips and come down to the chair, maybe onto blocks. And start to press into that left heel. Draw that left hip back. Good. Now let's come all the way back up. Let's try the other side. Press into that left foot, rising up. Step that right foot back to center. And then let's step that left foot back now. Press into that left, both heels down. And then press a little bit more into that right heel. And then start to lower down to your chair or to blocks. And then draw that right hip back just a bit there. Notice your right hamstring muscle. A couple breaths here. Legs are as straight as they can be. So no lunge into either of the knees there. Full breath in. Exhale all the way out. Start to rise back up. Hands onto the chair. Press into that right foot. Step it back to the center. Give your shoulders a nice little roll back. And let's work a little bit into the core there. We're going to take our right arm all the way up towards the sky. Pressing into your right foot. Lift that left leg back behind you. Good. Keep it there for one more breath in. Full breath out. Release. Let's try the other side. Lift and extend that left arm in front. Press into that left foot. Extend the right leg back behind you. Nice work. Other side. Right arm, left leg. And then come back to center. Left arm, right leg. Feeling that nice long line of energy from the left fingertips all the way to that right heel. And switch. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Reach forward, kick back. Switch with your breath in. Exhale. Switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Couple more. You've got this. And switch. Last one. And then take it over one more time. You've got this. Beautiful work. Come back to center. Walk it back. Stand up nice and tall. Breathe in. Full breath out. Let's get a little circling into the hips since we're up here standing. Let's take a second here. Hands onto the hips, hands onto the chair. Feel the space between your feet. And you might even take it a little wider. And just kind of open up a little bit if you'd like. And just start to circle right around. Soft into the knees. Feel your pelvis here. It's nice to be able to do this both seated and standing. You can really feel the pelvis when you're seated because it's right at the seat of the chair, but really letting go when you're standing. And it gets right into the knees. You can really make those big circles there. Rocking motion into the pelvis. Feel the tailbone a bit there. Good. And don't forget to switch directions. And just taking in all the sensations you may be feeling. Breathe in. Full breath out. You might even go into a little bit of figure eights with your hips if you're feeling a little creative, a little bit wanting a little bit more this morning. Go for it. Very, very good. And then start to come all the way back to center, shoulders over the hips. And then let's come into a little bit of, before we come back to the chair there to finish off our practice, we're going to do a sun salutation, just standing up nice and tall here. So you know your sun salutation seated. Let's try one standing. So taking your arms, feeling your feet, first of all, rooted down towards the ground. We're going to take our arms, reach them up all the way to the sky, just like we do when we're seated. Exhale, we're going to fold over our legs with control. Inhale to lift halfway, press into your legs, and that can be anywhere on your legs there to find that length into the spine. Long, right from the tailbone to the crown of the head, belly button in towards the spine. Exhale, fold all the way back down, relax the head. Press into your feet, tuck the chin, and rise all the way back up to standing. Sweep the arms up overhead, pressing the palms to touch at the top, maybe a gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in. Full breath out. Relax the arms. Let's try that one more time. See how that feels for you. Inhale. Sweep the arms up. Exhale. Fold over your legs. Inhale to lift halfway. Long into the back body. Exhale. Fold all the way back down. Bend into the knees. Let everything hang. Press into your feet. Tuck the chin and rise all the way back up. Shoulders back, arms circle right back up, palms press together, maybe a gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe in. And exhale, relax arms alongside you again, shoulders back. And let's come back onto our chair. Take your time. Some nice slow movements so that we don't disturb the energy in your body right now. Good. And once you arrive back onto your chair, just seat it up nice and tall. Take a breath here. Exhale. One more breath in. Full breath out. Now let's take a little stretch into the ankles there a little bit. Draw the knee in, circle out the ankle. It doesn't matter which side. Other way. Don't forget the other direction there. Maybe a little flexing, pointing of the toes. Good. And then start to relax the foot back down. Go to the opposite side. Draw that knee in. Hold on to it from the front or back side and just start to circle right into the ankle. And the other side. Flex, point the toes. And gently relax the foot all the way back down. Let's come into the hands there. Just open or close your hands up, whichever way feels good for you, and just circle into the wrists. Other side. Good. Maybe a little tilting forward and back of the wrists. I always love this movement here. Very, very good. And then relax. Turn your palms up towards the sky. And just open and close up your hands for a bit there. Stretching out the fingers on an inhale. Exhale to close them up. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Breathe in. Breath out. Relax your shoulders along the jaw as well. And just connect that movement with your breath. Good. Now let's bring our hands right back out, fingers out, thumbs out, palm facing up. Just close up your fingers, leave the thumbs out. Open up the fingers, close the thumbs. Open the thumbs, close up the fingers, and continue that. Thumbs in, fingers in. Thumbs in, fingers in. Thumbs in, fingers in, and continue until the movement just becomes a part of you. And then reconnect back with your breath. In through the nose. Exhale. Start to find this little bit of softness in your body, heaviness at the same time. Feeling that inhale and your exhale. Start to soften your gaze or close your eyes. Gently relax your hands right back down towards your lap. Shoulders roll back and right back into your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Soft breath in. Soft breath out. And just noticing how you feel right now. And start to come back into your space. Open your eyes if you did have them closed. Nice and slow movements back into the body. And thank you so much, everyone, for practicing with me this morning. Have yourself a wonderful rest of the weekend. Great weekend. Namaste.
Thank you.